Have you ever felt like a TV show is personally attacking you? Like the writers are sitting in a room somewhere, reading your Reddit posts, and just laughing at you? Because when Christy looked dead into the camera this episode and said, "Do you know how many people I've known who thought they knew exactly what this place is?" I felt that in my soul. I looked at my corkboard. I looked at my miles of red string. I looked at my 500 unhinged theories about government experiments and purgatory. And I realized, they see us. They know exactly how crazy this town is making us. Welcome back to the absolute craziest town on television. If you thought Season 3 was wild, Season 4 Episode 2 of From just took all our expectations, put them in a blender, and hit puree. They dropped a massive, heavy puzzle box of clues right on our heads. We are talking actual timeline-bending time travel, a gruesome discovery in a barn that calls back to Season 1, and a very familiar face coming back from the dead in a way that breaks every rule we thought we knew. Oh, and wait until we talk about the kid, Ethan. I have a time loop paradox theory about him that is going to completely melt your brain and change the way you watch this entire series. But we'll get to that in a minute. Grab your protective talismans, double check that your windows are nailed shut, close the blinds, and let's break this nightmare down. Okay, let's start with the absolute creepiest grandma currently on television, Sophia. We now know for a fact that sweet elderly Sophia is actually the terrifying man in yellow in disguise. At the start of the episode, Kenny wakes up to find she took a little midnight stroll. You know, just a casual, relaxing walk outside in the pitch black, while smiling, flesh-eating monsters are roaming around, looking to tear people apart. No big deal. Just getting her steps in. But seriously, what was she doing out there? Did she personally set up that horrific scene with Jim that we find later? Honestly, I don't think she likes to get her hands dirty. It's way scarier to think she has the monsters doing her chores. We don't know the exact hierarchy yet, but it seems like she is the big boss. The one who maybe made a twisted deal with the children's parents centuries ago. Or what if she's just middle management? What if there is an even older, darker, godlike entity sleeping beneath the forest, and she's just the puppet? And can we talk about her fake crying over the priest's death? Give this entity an Emmy right now. She cryptically called the priest an important player, but decided he had to go. Why kill the priest? Because this town, this entity, feeds on raw despair. A priest brings faith, a priest brings hope. Hope is basically poison to whatever is running Fromville. Plus, she passed him off as her father to manipulate Kenny. The psychological warfare she is playing right now is next level. She is the ultimate wolf in grandmother's clothing. Meanwhile, over at Colony House, the tension is suffocating, and Boyd is rapidly losing his grip on his humanity. Remember Season 1 Boyd, Mr. Fish and Loaves? The righteous, good guy sheriff who just wanted to keep everyone safe? Yeah, that guy is gone. He's taking a brutally dark turn. Boyd and Elgin have a super tense, hushed chat in the bedroom, and we get the confirmation that Boyd actively helped torture Elgin to find Fatima, the sheriff, torturing a resident. Boyd justifies this by saying he wants to keep this a total secret, because if the town finds out what Fatima is becoming, the paranoia will spark a bloodbath. Boyd's solution is absolute silence. He is carrying the weight of the entire town's survival on his shoulders, and it is rotting his moral compass from the inside out. He even threatens to frame Elgin for Tilly's murder, and throw him in the box if he talks. That is so incredibly cold. And did you catch the visual storytelling in that scene? What did Boyd hide under the bed? His torture tools and that cursed Polaroid camera. Let's remember the history of this camera. It was used by the entity to guide Elgin through his horrifying visions, and it was used to taunt Boyd with a picture of his dream boat, the boat his dead wife bought him that he never got to use. That camera represents stolen memories and the feeling of constantly being watched. In this show, a creepy object is never just put away for good. That camera is gathering dust right now, but it is definitely coming back to ruin someone's life later. But then, things get really dark. The horror shifts from psychological to physical. Boyd finds a bloody bag hanging from the motel sign right in the center of town. Tabitha, Julie, and Ethan already know Jim never came home from his expedition. Tabitha goes into full panic mom mode. She makes a desperate, split-second decision and sends the kids to the barn so they don't have to see what's inside that bag. But guys, the bag was a fake-out. A sick, twisted, calculated misdirect. Jim wasn't in the bag. Jim is actually in the barn, strung up upside down. His ribs burst completely open. And because Tabitha sent the kids there to protect them, Ethan and Julie are the very first ones to walk in and see their dad mutilated like that. The entity orchestrated this perfectly. It put the decoy bag in the street, specifically so Tabitha would send her kids to the one place the body was actually hiding. It thrives on maximum emotional devastation. And written above gin and blood is a chilling message. Knowledge comes at a cost. This isn't just a threat. It is a statement of fact about the physics of Fromville. Think about it. Every time the town pushes back, they get punished. They built a radio tower. The town sent a supernatural hurricane. Tabitha dug a hole to find the tunnels. The town collapsed her house. They try to map the trees. People die. It's the town's way of saying, stop looking behind the curtain, or we will slaughter you all. Now, seeing his dad like that is going to change little Ethan forever. You can't unsee that. Which brings me to a fan theory that is so crazy, so mind-bending, it might actually be the endgame of the show. Keep this in the back of your mind as we go. What if Ethan is trapped in a time loop, and he grows up to become the man in yellow? I know it sounds wild, but look at the clues. First, the wardrobe. Ethan wears yellow in almost every single episode. In literature, yellow symbolizes innocence and sunshine, but when it rots, it symbolizes sickness and hazard. Second, the dialogue. Ethan and the man in yellow are the only two people in the entire show who have stated the exact phrase, "There is no way to change the story once it's been told." How does a child know the exact phrasing of an ancient monster? And remember season 1? The voices in the woods specifically tasked Sarah with assassinating Ethan. We thought the voices were evil, but what if the good entity operating in the town was trying to kill the bad guy before he could grow up and take power? Keep that thought in your pocket, because the cosmic chess game is just getting started. Speaking of Sarah, she ends up spending time with Sophia in this episode. This feels entirely intentional by the writers. It's like placing two opposing cosmic chess pieces on the exact same square. We all know Sarah has done terrible, unforgivable things. But if you look closely, her actions, guided by the voices, always accidentally fight against the bad entity's long-term goals. She killed her own brother, Toby. Why? Because Toby wanted to give up, conform, and play house. The evil entity wants them complacent. She tried to kill Ethan, who we just theorized might be the big bad. She tortured Elgin to stop the birth of the monster baby. Sarah is a broken, traumatized conduit. She operates on a different frequency than the rest of the town. I believe Sarah might be the only person broken enough to see right through Sophia's sweet old lady disguise. When these two finally clash, it is going to be explosive. While everyone is grieving, Jade is basically me with my red string. He maps out the story cycles on the bar wall, and it's the biggest lore drop we've had in years. Jade realizes this isn't just a random curse, it's a cyclical harvesting machine. He thinks this curse is ancient, like primordial blood magic ancient, starting before the 1600s with those sacrificial stone slabs in the caves. Then came the bottle trees in the 1600s, the stone ruins on the lighthouse in the 1700s, the barn and the original town settlement in the 1800s, which lines up perfectly with Jade's Season 1 vision of the slaughtered Civil War soldier. Then, the horrifying 1981 massacre where Victor lost his mother Miranda and sister Eloise, all the way to the Matthews family crashing their RV today. Jade is realizing this town doesn't just trap people, it farms them. It cultivates trauma in a loop, generation after generation, harvesting their pain before wiping the board clean and starting over. And Jade wants to know, how long do they have until this current cycle ends in another massacre? While Jade is doing apocalyptic math, Danny is just straight up done. She has had enough. Taunted by the diner jukebox playing the Beatles' Good Morning, which is a darkly hilarious mocking song for waking up to a living nightmare, she steals the ambulance and drives away. At one point she drives right past poor crying Ethan, locks eyes with him, and just keeps stepping on the gas. Honestly, I don't blame her. 1-star Yelp review for this town, I would drive away too. It's the ultimate flight trauma response. She refuses to play by the town's rules of passive acceptance. But Boyd, acting as the town's grim enforcer, stops her with spike strips, bringing her crashing right back to reality. Danny's anger makes her a massive target for the entity's manipulation moving forward. Now, while Danny is trying to drive out, Julie is trying to walk backward, through time. Julie uses the stone ruins in the woods to storywalk back to Season 2 to try and save her dad. This confirms the ruins are geographical rifts in space and time. She actually ends up in the exact chaotic moment from the past when the RV overturned. But before she can change anything, the waitress monster attacks her. This is a huge detail. The monster doesn't care that Julie is an anomaly from the future. It lacks the omniscient awareness of the man in yellow. It's just a hungry predator, and Julie looks like a snack. Randall, who is guarding her physical body in the present, pulls her back just in time. But it leaves us with the most terrifying question regarding time travel. If a monster tears out your throat in the past, does your body drop dead in the present? Okay, we are at the craziest part of the episode, the stuff that will keep you awake at night. Are you ready? Back at the clinic, Sophia looks at a little ballerina figure. Why does this matter? Because the ballerina was the physical manifestation of the music box monster from last season, the one that tortured them in the dungeon. Sophia, looking at it with this almost reverent nostalgia, proves that the man in yellow and the music box monster are intricately connected. They might be cosmic siblings, or just different avatars spawned from the same evil source code. While that's happening, little Ethan is sitting alone in the RV with the radio. He's completely shattered. He's trying to talk to his dead baby brother Thomas, asking him to keep their dad company in heaven, so Jim won't be scared and alone. It is gut-wrenching. Grab your tissues, right? But then, the radio crackles. A voice answers. It's Jim. And suddenly Jim is just sitting right there in the RV next to him. Alive, breathing. How is this possible? We just saw his mutilated body in the barn. There are 3 theories here. 1, it's a shapeshifter. The man in yellow is preying on Ethan's grief, though Sophia was with Kenny at the time, so that's tough. 2, storywalking. Is Jim projecting himself from the past, trying to say goodbye right before the monsters get him? Or 3, he is a ghost, an apparition created by the forest, just like the kimono woman Elgin sees, or Father Khatri's ghost talking to Boyd. Jim gives Ethan a beautiful, uplifting speech about family, but then the vibe completely shifts. Jim leans in, looks out the window into the pitch-black woods like he's listening to an unseen frequency, and tells Ethan he needs to find the Lake of Tears. The Lake of Tears isn't on any map Jade has drawn. It's from Ethan's childhood fantasy book, the Cromenockle. We've seen drawings of this lake before, mixed in with Victor's stuff. The drawings always showed giant, horrible spiders coming down from the ceiling over the water. We already know giant spiders live in the forest. Boyd and Sarah got attacked by them in Season 2. Is the Lake of Tears the final exit out of this nightmare? Or is it a trap? Some dark theories suggest the Lake of Tears is a massive, apocalyptic flood meant to wipe the town off the map entirely, cleansing the cycle so the entity can start fresh. Jim looked like a puppet when he said it. Is his ghost genuinely trying to help his son escape? Or is the entity using his face to lead Ethan directly into the spider's web? And judging by the fleeting clues for next week, the psychological noose is tightening. The town is forming a heavily armed expedition to go out into the deep woods to find this mythical lake. Victor is shown furiously digging up old drawings of the man in yellow, proving he remembers this entity from the 1981 cycle. If Victor tells the town that the monsters can now shapeshift into sweet old ladies, the resulting The Thing-style paranoia will tear the community apart faster than the monsters ever could. We see a funeral by a bottle tree, and the sky is absolutely swarming with crows, the entity's favorite symbol of death. And finally, we get a split-second shot of Sarah screaming in sheer bloody agony, while Sophia stands perfectly still right behind her shoulder. This is no longer just a simple show about hiding from vampires in the dark. It has evolved into a massive, time-looping, psychologically devastating sci-fi puzzle box, and I'm absolutely here for every single second of it. So, I turn it over to you. I need to know your thoughts. Do you buy the wild theory that Ethan is destined to grow up and become the man in yellow through a time loop? What do you think the rule is for dying in the past while storywalking? And what horrifying thing is actually waiting for them at the Lake of Tears? Drop your wildest, most unhinged theories in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and honestly, you guys are smarter than Jade and Jim combined. Hit that like button if your brain hurts as much as mine does right now. Make sure to subscribe for more From Deep Dive breakdowns every single week, and I will see you in the next video, assuming the town doesn't trap us first. Stay safe out there, lock your doors, and don't let the smiling people in.